Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome back to Conservation versus Society, a soft space for stories, science, and faith for a changing planet. As you settle in, imagine the quiet air of early morning, the kind that feels cool, gentle, and open. A moment where nothing is asked of you, nothing is asked for you, and all you have to do is listen. Today, we begin a new week. So, happy Monday, everybody. If you're listening on a Monday, and if you're not, a happy day. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This week's theme is something that many of us carry in silence. And it's a question some of us ask ourselves. And simply, am I good enough? Or is being good enough? Let's take a soft breath and begin. For those who are new, hi, welcome. I'm Shia. I'm your host. And I'm grateful to walk with you through these stories and these soft moments of reflection. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you again for being a part of this growing space. This podcast is a gentle space where we learn from nature, where we listen to our hearts, explore how fate can guide us through the hard and quiet parts of life. Today's story is about the weight we carry when we feel like we're not enough. Leo and the river that waited. In a small mountain town lived a young man named Leo. He was kind, thoughtful, and he always tried his best. Yet, he never felt like it was enough. No matter how hard he worked, he felt behind. No matter how much he gave, he felt small. One day, after a long week of trying to please everybody, Leo walked to the river that ran through the valley. It was slow, steady, and calm. The opposite of how he felt. He sat on a smooth rock and whispered, "I'm trying, but I don't think I'm enough." The river didn't rush to answer. It simply flowed. Soft, quiet, patient. As Leo watched, he noticed something he had never seen before. The river didn't move fast. It didn't push. It didn't force. It simply moved at the pace it needed. A small leaf drifted by, floating gently on the surface. The river carried it with ease. Not because it was strong, but because it was steady. Leo felt something loosen in his stomach. He realized the river wasn't trying to be more. It wasn't trying to prove anything. It was just as it was. And maybe he was too. His eyes closed, and he let the sound of the water wash over him like a soft truth. Leo's story speaks to something many of us feel, but rarely say out loud. Have you ever felt like you weren't good enough? Have you ever tried and still felt like you were falling short? We live in a world that pushes us to do more, be more, prove more. But nature doesn't live that way. The river doesn't rush to earn its worth. It doesn't compare itself to the waterfall, the ocean, or the rain. It simply flows at a pace it was made for. And maybe that's the lesson. You don't have to be more to be enough. Your worth isn't measured by speed or success, or how much you carry. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is breathe, is slow down, and remember that you are already enough. Alright, if you guys are new and this is your first episode, after the story is our Bible segment. So if you are not into the Bible, this is the part where you can skip. But if you are, then let's talk about today's verse. Psalms 139:14. As I said, today's verse is Psalms, one of my favorite books, 139:14. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. And this verse is simple, but it speaks to the heart of our struggle. It tells us that our worth is not earned, it is given. Leo didn't need to run faster, and he didn't need to work any harder. He was worthy. He simply needed to see himself the way God already saw him. And who knows, maybe that's true for you, the person listening right now. It could be true to you, it could be true to someone you know. Has life ever made you feel small or unseen? 'Cause I can be honest with you, it has. For me, there's days where I feel too small. There's days where I feel like my own efforts are unseen, that nobody sees eye to eye with me. And it's okay, because this verse reminds us that we are made with care, with intention, with love, because you are enough. You are enough. I am enough. Okay? You are enough. Before we close, and yes, I came to you with a strong topic, and we're just ending it right there. No. Follow us for the rest of the week, and you can hear some more. 'Cause maybe you just need to hear someone tell you that you are enough. And so I will tell you, you are enough. And I want to thank you, because you're the real supporters. You guys help this podcast grow. Every time you like, every time you comment, or even share this video to someone else who you think might need to hear me tell them that you are enough, you help this show grow. You help more people find these stories. You help build this space. Your support is what lifts this podcast up. Your voice, your time, your presence. That is what keeps us going. If you haven't already started following us on our social medias, please go ahead and follow us. There's a lot of events that AVAF hosts virtually if you're all over the world. And if you're local to Cameroon, where the headquarters are located, there are on-site activities. There are things that you can do to help support in person. But most importantly, social media followings, likes, and comments are a big way to help us grow. And we're trying to get 1,000 followers. And once we hit 1,000 followers, I'm thinking of maybe giving a special podcast episode for that. Just something different. So please, join us in this journey. There are also options for you to go deeper, which is in the description below. But please, understand that there is never any pressure. Just know that every bit of support, big or small, helps us grow. As we come to our closing today, I invite you to picture the river, the same river Leo went to. It was steady, it was soft, and it was sure. May you move at your own pace. May you breathe without fear. May you remember that you are enough, even on days you feel lost. Thank you for being here. This is Conservation versus Society, Stories, Science, and Faith for a Changing Planet. Bye.